right. We're here. We made it. Yes. All right, guys. Mr. Poseidon here. We're ready for another episode. Live streaming. Let's talk fishing. Got two great guests on today. We'll get to them in a minute. My wife, I want to say, honey, we got that set up. That's all right. We had to switch up all the cameras this evening. And beautiful. All right, we're all set. Guys, I haven't been this nervous in a long time. Whenever I have good guests on, I get nervous, right, honey?
Yeah, no, you're
fine. That's right. Gotta be fine. 27 years together, right? Married?
Yes.
32 together. Gotta love it. All right, guys, here we go. So, are you guys ready today? Here's what's going on. So the Montauk Striper Challenge. This is my 5th annual. It's happening in Montauk. I'm very, very happy. Everybody's joining. It's going to be a fantastic competition. We got over 160 people registered just on Eventbrite. We're going to close registration October 6th, but I want everybody to understand something, that anybody who's joining on the second 100 people, so we give out bonus boxes to the first 100 people. The second 100 people are joining are still going to get a shot at a Van Stall or a 7-inch titanium plier. In order to be a part of that, you must join on Eventbrite. You only have till October 6th. Other than that, we're going to close down registration October 6th. Come the day of the competition, October 16th, we will be opening registration again at the parking lot. It is going to be cash only, right, honey?
That's right.
Cash only. Oh, those cash days. I think they're dwindling away, but we still got it. Let's go, let's go. So we're super psyched for this tournament. We're going to be having the biggest fish caught. We're going to be, when I'm using the boga, we're going to be measuring that fish. We're also going to be doing the woman's treasure hunt. So if the guys bring their girls, and guys, listen up, you bring your girl or your wife, they join for free. It's a 2-day treasure hunt. We give them the map. 2 days, they're running up and down Montauk. They're running into all stores. They're picking up trinkets in each stores. And they give them a letter clue. On the second day, they meet my wife, get the second half of the map. They get back out there. And finally, they get all the clues they've gotten. They unscramble the letters. It's the restaurant where we're eating at that afternoon, me and the wife. And the first 2 girls to come, boom, 2 gift certificates to Sephora, which is absolutely magnificent. So you know the girls are coming this year. How many guys have called me? Quite a few guys. Oh, Mr. Poseidon, I'm so happy. My girlfriend is coming. My wife is coming. They never come with me. Buddy, you gotta get lipstick once in a while. Come on. What did you do when you first met them, right? You weren't telling them you want to go fishing? Here, have some lipstick. Now come on over. Anyway, so I'm super stoked we got that going on. What else did we want to talk about today, honey?
What else? About how you're going to capture your fish, your winning fish. It's going to be a little video versus a picture.
All right. We'll throw you off the roof later as usual. But I appreciate it, honey. I love you, baby. I think that's it. We just wanted to get the Montauk Challenge out of the way. We also have the Jersey Striper Challenge, 13th, 14th, and 15th. That's the first annual. Super stoked for that one. All the Jersey people, they're joining for the first annual. I can't wait. And again, we got the longest and most accurate cast. I don't know if I mentioned that. Also for the Montauk one. It's just super prizes. Montauk has over 60,000. Jersey has over 25,000, being the first year. It's all about you guys. It isn't about me nor my wife. We're not in the money-making business here. We're here to generate the surf casting industry so that it's known. Remember, guys, we are a different breed of fishermen. Now, a lot of you guys think, hey, what are you talking about, a different breed? So if there's a storm and a nor'easter coming in, I might start to get a little tingly. I mean, I want to go fishing. That's when the big fish are coming in, storms are coming in, we're shooting out there, we're going fishing. High tide, low tide, nighttime, getting up on the rock. It is an extreme sport. We want to get it out there. We want you guys to know that. For those of you guys that joined in COVID and aren't a part of us anymore, shame on you. Come on back. We're waiting for you. All right, let's keep going. Let's introduce our guests right now. So I got two guests on. We're talking about the USA surf fishing team. They were down in Costa Rica. They got a silver medal down there. The two guests we have on are Dante Bruschi and we have on Brandon Sausele. Brandon Sausele, a big Montauk fisherman. Dante Bruschi, got to know him this year. He's on the USA surf fishing team. I also want to mention he did win the gold medal in the individual. Is that the under 21 class?
Under 21 class.
Under 21 class. Congratulations on that to you also. So let's start from the beginning. The USA surf fishing team. When I first heard about this, I was like, what's going on? When did this start? Tell me a little bit about this. You guys can go one at a time. Who wants to go first? Brandon, shoot first. Let me know, how did this start, man?
Yeah, Brandon, you can take this one first, and I'll go with mine.
Yeah, so the guy Ben reached out to me probably over the winter. He was trying to grow this team as, more diverse anglers and everything like that. And pretty much this is Pan Americans as it stands now, which is pretty much just Central America, South America countries competing against, each other. There's 15 people per team. The format's pretty much about a kilometer of beach, multiple judges along the beach, and multiple species are in play. It's going to be the main species was jacks, snook, and tarpon. Jacks worth the least amount of points, tarpon the most, and you basically just fish in 2 5-hour blocks in 2 days straight. So it comes out to almost 20 hours in 2 days.
Wow.
And you have full range of that kilometer of beach, but
So tell me, Brandon, how bad did you want to catch that tarpon? And tell me if anybody got one.
Yeah, so we had 2 hookups on a tarpon.
Yeah.
The first one was by one of the teammates, Neil. He had one a spoon towards the river mouth.
Yeah.
And then one of our female anglers, Lydia.
Yeah.
She hooked a big one, probably 150 plus.
Oh, whoa.
That would have been
Biggest fish I ever seen in my life.
Really cool.
Yep. I remember me and Dante were out on the outer bar when this happened.
Yeah.
We saw it jump maybe 40 yards to our left. Big fish jump out of the water.
I believe you were retying when that fish jumped.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
Wow.
And all I could think was shit because there's whatever.
No cursing on my show. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
There's so many other countries. I was like, if that someone, other country catches that, game's over kind of like. And I look down the line, I see and I see Lydia there, with that big tarpon working it down neck deep water. And it just went down the line and kind of snapped off. There's nothing you could do.
Some of the toughest fish to catch are tarpon, without a doubt.
Yeah. So that was cool to see.
So essentially, a tarpon is like.
So I want to get over right now. I want to talk to. Yeah, I was gonna. Okay, go ahead. Finish it up. I wanted to introduce him, but go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Essentially, a tarpon would be like an automatic win. So how the specific point system goes is, a species is worth a certain amount of points, and then like if it hits a certain amount of centimeters, a certain amount of length is also amount of points. So if you catch a 70 centimeter jack, you'll get 10 points for it being a jack, and then like 70 or something like that for the length.
I like that scoring system.
A tarpon's like 100.
Yeah.
I think it was 100. It was 100,
something
I believe.
like that.
Correct,
Yeah.
Brandon?
And snook was somewhere in between.
Snook was 25, I believe. So tarpon was essentially an automatic win. And
Okay, so now I want to introduce everybody to you, Dante. I know you were one of the young guys on the team, right? On the under 21 class.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit before we get back into the USA surfing, because you're a young cat, bro. And Brandon told me a lot of good things about you.
I am 20
and
years old.
You're just a hustler. You're out there and you're fishing hard.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how you got into this. How did you start your surf fishing career?
Fishing wise, I really started as a freshwater angler, chasing largemouth bass on the kayak, all that stuff. I mean, really started with my dad, like kayak fishing, like ponds and stuff, and Cape Cod.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cape Cod largemouth fishery is really underlooked because the herring, they run into those ponds, and all the largemouth feed on all that protein, making bass like trophy size you'd expect from like Florida or Texas. So
amazing.
That's how I started into fishing, and eventually, a good friend of mine, Ian Lumsden, he's one of the best striper fishermen on Cape, like got me into surf fishing, and really it was like, it was hard to get back on a kayak from there. It's all hitting the surf, and then I really, what got me like head first into it was I fish a lot on Nantucket. I say that's where I'm based as a surf caster, and there's like 3 tournaments that run out there. There's like the Spring Sea Run Opener, there's like August Blues, there's the Inshore Classic, which is going on right now. So
Right.
once I got into competitive angling, it was really over for me, and I became a dedicated surf caster.
Wow. And you know what? I see how you, as a young man, you were talking earlier, and you were like, largemouth bass. I'm out there hustling, my kind. It's a good time. You're fishing, you're having a good time.
Yeah.
I talk to a lot of people and freshwater fishermen. I'm like, how do you do it? How do you go? Now, look, guys, anybody who's listening to me out there, I like largemouth fish. I like going fishing for them. It's fun. But like you said, going out, now you're on the striper that's a couple of pounds heavier, maybe a little bit harder of a battle. Yeah. It changes, and you switched over. A lot of people won't do that. I mean, freshwater fishing, very popular throughout the South, everywhere. But that's what I want for surf fishing. And I got to tell you something, Dante, that when I was talking to you about this the other day, for a young cat, I liked what you said to me. You said, I love surf fishing, and I want to popularize this sport more. And when I heard that, young guys don't think like that. Young guys are, let's go fishing. I don't care who knows about this. But you were talking to me that day, and I was like, this guy, good head on his shoulders. And to have guys like you in the surf fishing industry, you are going to draw a lot of younger guys is what we need.
I hope to,
that we want in this industry.
It was amazing in Costa Rica seeing all the other under 21s. I mean, I loved seeing all the other kids. I took pictures of the other kids.
Beautiful.
There was around like 12. There's 7 countries, and each country gets a maximum of 2.
Wow.
We only had 1 for various reasons, but we will have 2 for next year.
So we got the idea how you started fishing. The USA team, how did this come about now?
So the USA team, I get a call from one of my friends I fish with on Nantucket, and it was really like referral to referral to referral. Like it was person knows this person or whatnot. But Neil Crowder, one of the members on the team, is originally who gave me a call and was like, would you be interested in fishing in Costa Rica for the Pan American Championships? And this was like the night before I was doing a triathlon. So I was focused on that. But I immediately told him, I was like, hey man, like I'd love to take a call with Ben, the president of our team, but like I got a triathlon tomorrow, so I'll call him after that. But so I originally I looked at the team and like who was on it, and obviously I saw Brandon was on it, and I looked up to Brandon. I didn't tell him this, but like I always looked up to him as a fisherman. I was like, this guy's a king of Montauk and all this.
Pretty cool.
I knew him, and I saw he's on the team, and I was like, oh man, I got to be on that team. Yeah.
I don't look up to Brandon like you do. I just want you to know. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but I saw it.
Brandon's a good guy. He's very, he's a modest fisherman. He's not going to tell you I'm the best, never. But the facts are, he's one of the best out there. I'm going to tell you. There's a lot of good fishermen out there, but he definitely is one of the best. He puts in the time. He grinds. Go ahead, say what you want to say, kid.
So I followed Brandon for a while, and I got the call to like be on the team, and it was basically a no-brainer. Like I talked to Ben, I was like, if you want to have me, because they had other like recruits they were looking.
Okay, right.
And I was like, I'd love to do it. I got my passport. That was like the question he asked us in Costa Rica. But that's basically how I got the call.
That's pretty cool, man. So you guys got the call to be on the USA team. So now you guys knew each other before you went there. You flew down there.
Yeah.
I mean, what were you guys expecting? Because I would be curious. I'm going on. I'm here with the USA team. We're landing. Was it nice? You had nice accommodations. Everybody took care. Nice. Tell me.
Yeah, they did very well at organizing it, considering the amount of countries coming in. The guy, Director Carlos from Costa Rica. I mean, they had arrangements to pick us up as soon as the flight landed, holding our last names out there. Everything from that to the hotel to the bus, down to the boat, and boat to the beach, and it was a few legs of the race to get down there.
Definitely,
But they did a good job at organizing it all, and especially Ben on our team getting everyone on the same page, and we had a bunch of Zoom meetings prior.
Sure.
And it was pretty much what I expected getting there at first, but the fishing was...
It was what you expected, really? I can say a different experience.
No, it wasn't what I expected fishing-wise, but just landing down there and getting ready for it. But the fishing was definitely tough. I do a lot of tournaments, obviously, and even the weekend tournaments out, the state classic we have coming up next weekend in Montauk. That's a 3-day thing, so it's a similar. You're trying to fit a lot of fishing in 3 days.
Yeah.
But this was back to back blocks of fishing where you don't want to be caught dead on the beach for 1 second not casting because you don't want to let the team down.
True.
Wow.
There's no sleeping in your truck. Like
you guys listening to this, these are real Fisherman. Did you hear that? Don't want to let the team down. Go ahead, Brandon.
No, but it's true. And
It's true, yeah.
And I'd say the team dynamic, I loved it. I've never fished on obviously a team before. I did junior Bassmasters like 15 years ago, but that was a little different. But no, I mean, I've been on baseball teams, travel teams my whole life.
Right.
I work with a pipe gang crew. You know, we're all working together, but this was cool. This was a cool experience.
Yeah,
really
just to
cool.
go off of that, I played
Heck,
football, basketball. I played football for a year in college, and like this is the best team, like most fun team I've been a part of. It is awesome, man.
It's
I
so
mean,
cool.
traveling from like all different parts of the country to go fish and like for the country is just it's
Yeah, I
unreal.
know, man. That is really,
Yeah.
really.
We have
Good.
someone in the live chat.
Yeah.
Randomly Blind Casting says, I didn't even know they had a USA surf team.
A lot of people
Dope.
didn't.
A lot of people did
lot of
not. I
people,
will say
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you know they're doing a good job in the past few years before we were on the team of getting the ball rolling.
Right.
You know what it is? They have multiple U.S. fishing teams, but you have the kayak fishermen. Freshwater Bass has their own team, USA, all under the same federation.
Under U.S. Angling, yeah.
Yep. So they just competed in South Africa, and under the same federation, they had guys from the Bassmasters, obviously, because that's where they recruited from. Like
Right.
guys like Jacob Wheeler and Kevin Van Dam was overseeing it. So it was only a matter of time before the surf fishing started, and Ben, our president's doing a really good job.
Does a
keeping the ball-
fantastic job.
I think
Shout out to Ben.
I think he did a great job to get all you guys
Yeah.
together to
Got a
build up
great
all
team
this
together.
and get you guys down there. Just fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Good job, Ben. Hey,
Seriously,
Ben,
shout out to
any
Ben.
open
Yeah.
spots left? I mean, Nah, I'm kidding, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Team doesn't run without Ben, so
Yeah.
big
So
shout out to
I
him.
still want to stay on this subject of the USA team. So I heard something that you two guys were fishing and you put in a hard stretch. I mean,
Yeah.
nonstop. Tell me a little bit about that.
So, I mean, the first day, so there's a practice day and then there's 2 days of tournament fishing. So the practice day was the Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday was 2 quarters each day. 2 quarters on Saturday with a break and 2 quarters on Sunday with a break. So the first day of fishing was very slow. I mean,
Wow.
we get out there, and I think it might have been the first day or the second day, but Brandon's like, I just checked Surfline, like, should be 2 to 4 footers out there. We get out there, we're getting hit like 7-foot bombs and like neck deep water.
Brandon, you want to recharge your phone again, please?
It
So,
was
yeah.
2 to 3 yards.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was just telling my buddy that, sometimes fishing in the surf, and again, guys, extreme sport. These guys, when you're sitting in the water, it's, and you're playing in the water, playing and running and getting hit by waves, it's a 10-minute play. But when you're fishing and you're out there for 4 or 5 hours straight and these waves are bashing you, I know when you went home and it was over, you guys landed in that bed and probably fell asleep in a half a minute. Because those waves consistently bashing you will wear you down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it wore me and Brandon, like, for the last quarter, we were the only ones out there with one other of Mexico's anglers who actually won the individual gold.
Ah,
it was
very
just
cool.
us 3 out there. I mean,
Well, he made sure he was close to Brandon. So.
I mean, you fished rougher surf than me, I'd say, but like I would say that was probably some of the roughest surf I fished.
It was unique because you're not getting a foothold on a rock or anything like that. It's just a sandbar for the whole entire day. And the sets were so quick; they were like 1 second between waves.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it's a 200-yard walk out to the bar. So, like, you're on the beach, and you have to walk through 200 yards to get out to, like, the far bar to cast for where the jacks were.
I hear this from you guys right now, 200 yards, and I love it, man. I can only imagine just walking out 200 yards, and you're in, it's nice, man. I like that. That's the thing about surf fishing. You just keep walking. I'm not talking about walking out in the water. You get into different areas, fish aren't there. You're always moving. I love it, man.
So, back to the fishing. Like, the first quarter, I, like, hooked the jack.
Yeah.
And you're out there, and the rule is you have to dominate the fish on the beach before you touch it. So, you can't, like, bring it up to your hip and then pick it up and, like, walk it in. What you have to do is you have to drag it in all the way to 200 yards. So, that's 200 yards of beach where that jack can spit that hook.
Holy
Exactly, yeah.
smokes.
It's just one of the rules of the host country, which is they make the rules. But
wow.
first jack I hooked, I was walking it back like 10 yards away from the beach. Like, spit
come
the hook.
on. Oh,
And the margins were razor thin, so if I land that fish, it's a completely different ball game. I mean, there was
wow.
minimal qualifying fish for like any of the countries.
Sounds like he's saying that if he caught the fish, you guys would have won everything, huh?
Like if there was one or two more fish caught,
Yeah.
it would have pushed us.
It was
into gold.
close.
It was close.
I guess because when things are slow like that a little bit, it keeps things a little tighter amongst the fishermen or team there, right?
Yeah, it got down to
Yeah.
the wire.
It did come down to the wire.
You know, any
pretty
fish
cool.
Could have done it. And at that point, I mean, you see a lot of pictures. I don't know if you've seen the pictures where it's like 50 guys going towards that outer bar. Everyone's
Yeah.
asking me, like, you guys were all confined to that? It wasn't that. You know, we did have a kilometer of beach, but by the end of the tournament, that's where a lot of the fish were getting caught.
I
And
see. And
everyone
then everybody
started
wanted to get in there,
congregating, and,
sure.
You know, there's a whistle, horn, or bugle, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
was blown.
Everyone goes into the water, rushes into the water.
Yeah,
That's
me
pretty
and Dante
cool.
did pretty well at getting out.
We made it out. We made it out first to the bar every time.
Oh,
so.
cool.
And I would actually say Dante was beating me out there, too.
Yeah. Yeah, triathlon guy over here. You kidding me?
Brandon he like eats the waves. I gotta go under him, man. Like I'm going under him, coming up, getting hammered.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, Brandon, just to talk a little bit about Montauk, you're a different animal, dude. You're a guy who swims out to the rocks. I know you deal with sharks out there, especially in the later part of the spring run as the waters get a little warmer, sharks start to show up more. Brandon, please tell us a little bit about that, because I don't know how you do that, man.
Yeah, I mean it's more towards that mid-June, July through August that these mostly sandbar sharks come through, and it's just a threat pretty much every night of them getting your fish. You know, I swim out a lot, obviously, but you got to be smart at that time of year. You don't swim at, you know, you could swim as far as you want, but you better be on a rock that you're not exposed half your body, because it's going to be landing the fish that you're going to get bit.
Right.
So I fish that time of year a lot of rocks where you can get perched up pretty good. Yeah, it's
Just got to be careful, man.
we
Super
carry
careful.
tourniquets now on the beach. And
Brandon,
stuff
you
like
swim
that.
out there at night also, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything wrong, but how are you doing that, man? At night, I can't, you know, I'm fishing in North Bar, and I'm getting up to my waist. So I'm in the water one night, I'm fishing, everything's cool, and I felt something bump me on my left. Bro, if you want to see a guy,
I
a
know
real
exactly
man who
what you-
goes scared, I didn't know what bumped me. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what just hit me? So I put up my headlamp, and right in front of me, I see the squirrel on top of the water. It was a brown shark. And when I hit those eyes, those beady red devil eyes, you never saw a more scared guy on the beach that day. So
The
it's
sound people make when they get bumped in the night is,
Yeah.
it's involuntary.
yeah, it's
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you'll be next to guys that make a sound that you didn't think possible.
that's me, man. That
It
was
just catches
me.
them off guard.
That's scary stuff. Let me tell you. Like
Yeah.
you said, with a little bit of experience, you do it right. You don't go out there in the middle of July swimming.
Yeah, no stringering
Right.
fish, eels. You limit the eels.
You were in that movie with Pete, which Phase Gear, which was called, what was that?
Magic Hour.
Magic Hour. And I remember in that, the shark bit the fish as you were
That
bringing
was
it up.
up north
Okay.
with one of the other guys, but they did have a bite off. And I think
Yeah.
it was him and Frank.
And you've had a bite off, right?
Yeah, I've got a lot of bite offs.
Wow,
so,
dude.
yeah.
It's amazing.
I've weighed fish after getting bit off that are like mid-30s. So
Dude.
they eat some big fish out there, but it's part of the game. And you kind of the first couple years of wetsuiting in general, you just got to get over that fear, and then just you don't really
Right.
think of that. I mean, even out in Costa Rica,
Oh yeah.
me and Dante are out there, and a lot of people are catching stingrays. So there's stingrays all over the bottom. On the boat, we're at a river mouth. We saw crocodiles every morning.
Sharks. I saw a shark.
Well,
tonight.
I'm not going fishing in Costa Rica. It's all over for me right now.
That element is definitely there in
Oh,
Costa
my
Rica.
goodness.
I stepped on a ray myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the flap hit my ankle, and I practically
Yeah, those are,
lost
you
my
know, you,
mind.
you just got to be careful, you
Yeah,
know, get a little
okay.
lucky. Don't step on it towards the back.
Yeah.
They got those little jabbers over there.
It's an extreme sport. I mean, there's
Yeah,
always
that is
going to
an
be that.
extreme
It's going to
sport,
be that
buddy.
element in the most places you go.
You got it.
There's a mouth right here, and the beach is like this,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and you see the sharks swim out, and there's crocs. I mean, that's an element. We're 200 yards out there. It's just try to forget about it. in
Eric,
the
where you
moment.
going? I'll be right back. That's fantastic. All right, so Dante, I want to go
Yeah.
back to you a little bit. So you got the individual goal, and we'll get to the silver, the team that you got, but you got the individual goal for under 21. What was the fish that you won with that? Was it only one fish? How does that scoring go?
So that's the same scoring as I explained before.
Right.
It'll just be the single angler with the highest score. So you can catch multiple fish. Whoever has the highest score gets it. And obviously, my gold was out of only the under 21.
Was that a late win? Was it a comeback?
That one I caught the first day in about the second quarter. It was early to start. Like nobody had landed fish.
Gotcha.
At the end of the day, I was the only one for our team that had landed a jack.
Awesome.
It was a nice jack. It was about 70 centimeters, but
Nice.
the first one I lost, and I was pretty upset about
Yeah,
that. Didn't
yeah.
have the drag right with obviously the rule of dragging it in. But
Right.
fixed my drag for that jack, caught it on a little metal, and then walked it all the way back to the beach and scored it. And that kind of put me like in third place for a good like 2 quarters until the last quarter when the bulk of the fish were caught.
Oh, cool.
So I placed 6 overall, and then obviously first for the under 21s. And
That's freaking great.
that big
man.
jack is what won me.
Congratulations for that
Yeah,
one,
thank
buddy.
you, yeah.
Yeah, let's give him a cheers.
But yeah, that jack was what won me the gold and helped our top 3 anglers get team silver.
Wow.
Yeah. So how the
So Brandon, this is the first time I'm hearing a story that you're not really a part, the guy who did it this year.
he was a guy who did it.
I'm kidding,
He
I'm
pulled a
kidding.
buzzer beater off actually.
I had
Oh,
a
did
buzzer
you?
beater, but I will say that Dante's fish is 100% the result of him being dialed in almost from the
Yeah.
practice day.
Yeah.
You
thanks,
know,
man.
Pretty cool.
I've never fished for jacks before. He never has either. But it's a fast retrieve. We're using tins.
I was just about to ask,
He
what's your
fishes for
gear?
albies and
Yeah.
blues a lot. He was
Right.
just, he
Yeah.
was just dialed in. It took me a day because I'm slowly jigging it for like stripers and it's just not working.
Right.
I will say after the sorry, Brandon.
No, I was just gonna say Dante was dialed in from the start, and I think that's definitely the reason he got a nice jack. So it's
Yeah.
Awesome.
I will say from the practice day when I started to figure out these jacks, and we hooked a few on the practice day, nothing crazy. I think it was like 2 or 3. But I started to hook these jacks, and I was like, oh, these are like bluefish and albies. It's very, very similar. I mean,
Yeah.
which I fish for all the time. I fish for bluefish a lot in a tournament
course.
on Nantucket. So
Yeah.
I was kind of very happy about that going into the tournament. I was like, oh, I got this. I can pull on the jacks like all I want. Because we had some guys that were focusing on snook. We had some
Sure,
guys that were focusing on tarpon. We met all the time about who was going to focus what species. And I kind of said in the first meeting, Brandon members, I'm not a snook or a tarpon guy. I think where I'm going to do best is the jacks. And I think I was pretty right
cool.
about that.
Yeah, you were. Well, you got 2. You lost 1, right? You said, and you got the other, so you were pretty dialed in as right.
And I landed another that was not qualifying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that was too small, that one?
It was too small. yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, man, this is pretty cool. So now the team won overall silver medal. The guys give you got like a hat.
I can tell this story if I want.
Yeah,
So we're out there. It comes down to the wire. It's like razor thin margins. So Brandon actually hooked up to a jack like 45 minutes left in the tournament. I think it was about 45 minutes. 45 minutes. And he brings it in, and his jack, I forget how big it was like 56 centimeters, something around there. And it put us into silver. So his jack in the last 45 minutes just bumped us up into silver over
Nice.
Costa Rica.
Ooh.
And he comes out there, and how the medaling works is it's top 3 anglers score added up. That's team.
Okay.
So it won't be all our angler scores added up. It's our top
Ah,
3 angler scores.
Got it now. Now I got it.
So 3 of our anglers were out there, and we knew that we were the top 3 anglers.
Sure.
Me, Brandon, and Caleb, another one of our
Okay,
guys.
yeah.
And we were all kind of like, one of us has got to land a fish. Like, it's got to be one of us for the last 30 minutes. So it's like us all out there.
Yeah.
And
Pretty cool.
I hooked one in the last like 50 minutes, right?
I think it was even shorter.
Yeah,
than
it was
the
even
one that
shorter.
broke you off,
Yeah,
or the one you got in.
The one I got in, it didn't qualify.
yeah.
So I hooked one like like after Brandon caught his and came out and was like, one of us needs a fish for us to get gold. And I hooked it and brought it in. It didn't qualify. It was so heartbreaking.
Wow.
Walking it 200 yards back, dragging it up on the beach, and then just measuring it, and it's like not a qualifying fish.
So I want to know, I don't know how the language barrier was with other teams. How was that? Were you able to communicate with them, or
Not
Not
very
really.
well.
Not very well.
wow. Were they mad at you when you won silver medal?
No,
I'm
everyone
just
was,
kidding.
everyone was cool.
Everyone was very genuine. The host country, Costa Rica, was
Yeah,
very nice.
very nice.
I mean, Jose, who is our coach and somebody that came along with us, the owner of NLBN, one of our sponsors.
Sure.
Shout out to those guys. But he came with us, and he does speak fluent Spanish, so it was very
Yeah,
nice to
yeah,
have him
yeah.
there. And
You're talking about the owner of What is it?
No.
NLBN, yes.
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a sponsor for my tournament too. Great guy.
He's a great guy. He was
He's
awesome.
a wonderful guy. Yeah.
Great guy.
Oh wow, pretty cool.
He was like our coach, and he did very well.
Yeah,
coaching us,
cool.
helping make
he
a
did
game
very well. He was hustling up and down the beach.
like a natural.
shoot.
Yeah, yeah, relaying information and all that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Because
man.
that was the beauty of the tournament. It was methodical. You know, there was a game plan that we spoke about every
Every
halftime, every night,
Nice.
and everyone had their skill sets. And you know, snook fishermen, you know, finesse fishermen, light tackle fishermen,
Yeah.
and me and Dante were kind of used to some of the rougher water and bigger dudes. And you know, Jack was our target, so that was our kind of our role in the game plan, was to be out there on that outer bar. But I really felt like, you know, we had a lot of talent on the team. I felt like at any moment, any one of the teammates could have won the tournament for us. Like, I didn't feel like we had the pressure on our shoulders out there. I felt like anyone was going to perform in their skill set and get a good one.
Nice.
So, and we
Pretty
stuck
cool, man.
In the live chat, Eddie Bucktails is saying, "Buzzer beater Brandon, that's your new nickname."
I like it. It's Buzzer Beater
Buzzer beater
Brandon.
Brandon.
Hey,
And,
Buzzer.
We needed a fish, and he
I've had
came
it.
out big.
I've had a
Oh,
few
yeah.
buzzer beaters in the Surf Masters too.
Oh,
Did you?
man.
Yeah.
There was one. I'll just tell a quick story. Me and Nick Pacino. Do you remember Nick Pacino?
Yeah.
Big Montauk guy.
I
He
heard,
moved up north now.
Yeah.
He had like a 43 early in the tournament,
Sure.
maybe beginning of June, and that was a good fish especially for the fishery at that time. And I fished every single night, obviously. The last night I had, with like minutes left, well, not minutes. The last night I had a 43, and I was like, "This is crazy." I weighed it in at Paulie's. It was half a pound.
More.
No, it was half
Less.
a pound less than him. And I was really happy for Nick because
Yeah.
he came to Paulie's that morning just to see the weigh-in too,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he knew it was a possibility, and he ended up winning, well
Very
deserved.
nice.
But it was cool. It was the last night, which is a 90-day tournament.
Wow.
You know, so
Yeah.
whatever it is, 3 months.
Yeah,
that
to
was
have
cool.
a 90-day tournament and at the last second you get a
That's
43.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff,
But
man.
it's cool stuff.
And I will say the 2-day tournament there's a lot of pressure. Like every single cast, you need to have your line wet like 24/7 if you want the best chance to win that tournament.
Yeah.
And I feel that our team was casting constantly for most of the tournament.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where's Eric? I don't know. He's hiding in the bushes again. Eric! The crocodiles are
Get out
going.
here.
You could have been the coconut guy. There was a guy from maybe one of the judges that was going around.
It was one of the judges,
collecting
yeah.
coconut and
Oh,
chopping
cool.
it. We were
Oh my
getting a little dehydrated, and he was.
Yeah.
It was our form of hydration.
Coconut
Yeah,
guy.
if you guys don't know, I don't have it here today. I'm drinking the water from the bottle, but
No pineapple?
pineapple.
Oh, man. No
Drinking
pineapple,
that.
man.
Would've been
Where is it?
I left it downstairs. The first day, right, honey?
I know. First time.
Unbelievable.
We do
So,
have a
guys-
question,
Okay, go ahead,
Mr.
sweetie.
From
Go ahead.
Edwin, Eddie Bucktails. What gear and clothing are they wearing fishing the tournament in Costa Rica? Do they have puncture-proof boots for rays?
No, barefoot. Brandon uses these booties, but I would say a majority of our anglers were barefoot in
Really?
the sand. Yeah.
What's the matter, Brandon? What's up with the booties, bro?
No, I wore.
No.
I wore like they're like 1 to 2 millimeters
Gotcha.
split toe booties for like surfing.
Yeah.
It helped with some of the sand stuff like that.
As-
Did it say on there, like, crocodile safe? When did you?
Oh, it was. Yeah, no. Step on a thumbtack and you're done.
As for gear, I mean,
Yeah, tell me.
we had some incredible sponsors like
Yeah.
Jig and World supplying us with all rods,
Wow.
Z-belts. I know Brandon said he liked the Z-belt out there. I mean, you're getting hammered by waves, gives a little good back support too.
Yep.
Z-belts. I mean, Penn gave us some reels too, so we had a lot of generous sponsors, BKK as well.
Yeah.
So thanks to them for all
Good.
the
And you
gear.
also had Bass Pro Shops I saw on there
We
also?
did, correct. Yes.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Excellent. It's good. It's good to finally see this for the surf casting industry or, world, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to be honest, that night, I'm sitting there, I'm watching ESPN, and your dad comes on, he's like, I want to thank my son with the USA Surf. I was like, what? I was like, what is this? I never
Hell yeah,
heard
man. Yeah.
talk about Surfcast on a sports channel. And it happened, and he congratulated you
Yeah.
and the team for the silver medal. Congratulations on that. I am so happy that I got both of you guys online. I know you very well, Brandon. You're an excellent fisherman, and I'm not just saying excellent. The grind plays a big part of this. And being a surf caster is a very difficult game. People don't understand just how extreme it is. You're fishing at night. You're fishing in bad weather.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's true, and it requires a lot, and you give it that all. And obviously, you do know your fishing too. You do know Montauk very well. You know which way the winds are shooting and which way, so you can go and you can fish those fish there. But I want to ask you a question from me. So if the winds are blowing west, where would you fish? No, they're not blowing west tonight, but guys. Because I want to.
You can get.
Like you could go to the left of the lighthouse, right? Bait gets pushed in a little. Is it there? You know.
Well, no, west would be more towards your back on that side there.
Okay.
West is it's not a good crosswind.
It's
really.
not a good crosswind. That's why I'm asking, because a lot of times there. So one night it was the west wind, so I ran to the left side of the lighthouse.
So the north side a little bit, like
Yeah.
Jones's and stuff like that. Yeah. North is going to be a crosswind over there too, but then it kind of wraps around. At the lighthouse, west is pretty much at your back.
Yep.
That's not if it's like 40 mile an hour from the west and you say I can't fish anywhere, you probably fish at the lighthouse.
Lighthouse, yeah.
Southwest is another spot. Like the other night, last Wednesday, it was a night with the thunderstorms. They didn't come through, but some squall came through. It was like 30 plus mile an hour from the southwest. I was on the south side. It was shitty. And then I went to the north side, and it was a lake, you know, it felt like barely any wind. So I think Bill Wetzel talks about this, that there's so many different spots in Montauk
That's what, you know, that's
you
what
can get away with any wind, really.
I'm always, you know, when you go out with Bill Wetzel, okay, and I want to mention to everybody, Bill Wetzel, surf fishing guide in Montauk, New York. Guys, I always tell people, you know, you hear me speaking a lot, and you hear me speaking, talking about Montauk, and you're like, yeah, I want to get out to Montauk. Now, I'm not trying to persuade you not to go to Montauk, but I will tell you this. Bill Wetzel, #1 guide in Montauk, New York. When you're going to go out there, try to set up a guide trip. Now, I'm not just setting up a trip because I like Bill, and I'm saying go out with Bill. I'm telling you to go out there. He's going to give you a good view of Montauk. He's going to teach you a little bit of Montauk. So now when you do go out there, you actually know where you're going a little bit, and you're not just sitting at the point, just fishing there all the time. He's going to bring you to different areas, and he's going to teach you to become a better surf fisherman in Montauk. I can guarantee you that. I've been out with Bill Wetzel quite a few times, and I sucked before, and I suck now. But anyway, he does a good job. He helps me catch some good fish. Thank you, Bill. And then when you're ready to go, get in touch with him. Superb guy to go out there and take that first little trip, bring you to different areas, and learn Montauk a little bit better. I like Bill. You know, he's taught me a lot in Montauk, and I still go out with him now. It's like every time you go out with him, it's something different. And Bill taught me one thing. You can't sit still. Sometimes, you know, we'll be going to different areas, and Bill moves. Bill's a mover, man. He gets out there. He's always first at the surf. I'm watching him. He chucks the rod out. I'm getting down there. I'm setting everything up. And here I go. And he's like, okay, let's go. And I'm like, wait a minute. Let's go. And I'm like, he knows, you know. Sometimes I get off. I get out of the truck, and he goes, just smell that? The bait's here. Let's go. They were boiling right in front of us, Brandon. That was the best time out in Shagwan. This was about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. Boiling right in front of us. I'm at the truck. I'm putting on my stuff. He's already there. He goes, Eric, come over here now. So he's got the light in his mouth, and he's pointing it down the edge. He goes, look. So I look down, and I'm like, millions of sand deals all along. Then I'm hearing noise. I look, and he goes, Bill, they're here. And he goes, yeah, throw your rod in. It was like 5 feet. You could just throw it and get him. It was right at the end of the trip. It was at like 12:30, 12:45. He stayed a little extra with me that night because we were on the fish. He had to go to work in the morning. And I was already up 36 hours. I was up. So he says, come on, we got to go, but I want you to come back. I said, yeah, I'm definitely coming back. So he dropped me off at my place. I went inside. I was so freaking hungry, guys. I made a little quick sandwich. I sat on the couch, and the next thing I know, I wake up in the morning. The sandwich has one bite on it. There's potato chips rolled on the side. And all I could think of is like, oh, my God, I missed it. So anyhow, Bill Wetzel, get a hold of him. He'll teach you Montauk a little better, and you'll become a better surf fisherman there. No doubt about it.
Hey, Gelso Pascarella asking, is that tournament every year?
Yes.
Correct.
The
It will
USA one, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be every year now, right? Every year?
It will be held once a year, correct?
Very cool. So you guys excited for next year? Does this
Hell yeah.
guarantee you? You guys are definitely on the team, right?
We honestly can't speak about that, but we're just
Gotcha.
very excited for the
Yeah.
future of USA surf fishing
Very,
team.
very,
Very
very
excited.
cool.
Yes.
I'm super stoked about that.
Yes.
I'd like to have some more of you members on my show. You don't have to be required to come to my studio if you
He's
can't
got a
make
great
it.
studio, though.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
That's about it. Everything else sucks about me, man. But anyhow, yeah, I do. I love my studio. It's all the stuff I built up as a kid. Books, everything. I need you guys to sign that wall before you leave over there. Everybody signs the wall.
Sweet.
But we're not ready to leave quite yet. You took a long trip down here, Dante.
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much. And I said to you on the phone, you don't have to do that. And you finally got here and said, Eric, relax. It only took me an hour to get here. I was in-
Anything to get the surf fishing sport out there, man.
Man, I
Thanks for having me
appreciate
on.
that.
Yeah,
Dante.
seriously,
I
though.
really do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I agree, yeah.
I want you guys to have me.
Seriously.
So, what was the main gear that you were using down there? Your fishing rods. What lines were you using? Lures. Tell me.
Yeah, so, we got very generous sponsors, and we also have our own sponsors we work with back home. And
Correct.
We used a whole bunch of gear, and I would say Jigging World came through with rods for all of us, and we were able to pick what works for us.
Yeah.
Mine was an 11-foot heavy action. But
Same here.
And that's actually what I fished the whole tournament, because you got to think travel. These are 2-piece rods. All my shit's 1 piece.
Right.
So
You did have the one piece with? No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you
so
can't.
so I was using a lot of 2-piece
Yeah.
rods. My friend Nikki built me a couple too, Lamiglass. But yeah, and we got a lot of line from this company Varavas.
Okay.
So I was using that as well. We were all using that.
It's a great
Cool.
line.
Yeah.
Leaders. I was using mainly a VS. 250 I was using
Okay.
out there.
Definitely the most important, the stall.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I would say 80% of me fishing out there, I was reeling underwater.
Yeah.
it was.
So the stall is
And we want to talk about that for a minute. Van Stall, guys. Probably, I don't say the only reel, but the only one that I trust to put underwater and actually turn it. I mean, I bought my first Van Stall reel, brought it home, rinsed it with the water. I never rinsed it again. 12 years, I hung it up in the garage. I must have used it 1,000 times. Perfect every time until that final day where I was like, hey, it's not moving. It's done. Do I have that one? Yeah, I'll show you that one. No, I don't have it here. It's downstairs. That one, the piece that they took off, they couldn't match the silver, so they had to put it black there. And I like
Pretty
it.
cool, yeah.
Yeah,
Unique.
it's pretty unique. So, yeah, Van Stall, great reels. You need those if you're a surf fisherman. No doubt about it. I know there are
No
other
doubt it.
reels out there, good reels, but Van Stall is what I grew up with and what I use all the time. So going back to the gear, what about lures? What were the lure favorites there? What were you using? You said tins earlier.
Hopkins Meadow was the ticket.
Oh,
I
really?
think Brandon can agree with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Castmasters and then like the Hopkins Shorty.
That's like the old stuff that we
school.
used to
It-
use
old
here
school.
before.
and
You
it was a
definitely-
ticket. It got all the bites. I mean,
Look at that.
Yeah.
And you could chuck those. I know you could chuck a
You
Hopkins.
can bomb them. I got a lot
Yeah.
of bites, about 3 hookups the first day, as opposed to, I mean, I don't know what everyone else is throwing, but not having as much success just because of like what they were throwing or location.
Right.
So we all kind of switched to Castmasters and little like Hopkins the second day.
Very cool.
And we were using a lot of no live bait needed.
Right.
Paddle tails and straight tails and K tails, and they gave us the jig heads. They gave us so much. Each person on the team, they gave so much stuff. A box like this of stuff.
That's so
LBN,
cool.
Our-
A very, very generous guy. I will say, again, a sponsor to my tournament. I kind of embarrassed myself. I saw him at one of the shows,
Yeah.
and he was there. I forgot his name. Do you know his name?
Jose.
Jose. So he's
Shout out
sitting
Jose.
there, and I'll shout out Jose if you're listening. You're
Yeah.
going to laugh, Jose. So I came up to him. He's over there. He's doing some paperwork, and I'm like, hi, I'm Mr. Poseidon, and I'm telling him what I do and the tournaments, and he's sitting there, and he goes, oh, yeah, I heard of you. You got a live stream, blah, blah. And then I looked at him, and he's wearing a nice watch. I go, oh, it's a nice tag. And he looks at me and he goes, it's a Rolex. And I was like, oh, man. That was it. I said, I'm not going to get him as a sponsor. But anyway, terrific guy. And thank you, Jose. We'll be doing the video pretty soon. We're waiting for a few people to make some more deliveries. I can start building these bonus boxes and get ready for the tournament, which I'm super, super excited about. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Guys, do you want to talk about anything else about the tournament, about the USA? Because I want to hear some more. I just don't know the stories. You guys were there.
Oh boy, I mean, we've got. What do you got, Brandon?
I want to hear the dirty stuff now. That's it.
It's good team camaraderie, I would
Yeah,
say.
definitely. Mm-hmm.
That's
I've
cool.
been on like Dante was saying with sports. We've been on sports teams, and there's always that one guy that's like not putting in the time, or
Right.
maybe a little bit.
Well, I wasn't there, so.
That's why you stayed home. But I'd say every single person on the team was cool. We'd come to the meetings. Everyone had input to say, and they were.
Everyone was dedicated to that one goal.
Wow,
Yep,
man. Pretty
yep.
cool
So
stuff.
I like that about the team. Any funny stories? I mean,
Any like pillow fights at night, stuff like that?
No.
Okay.
we would stay up. We'd stay up re-rigging
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the night to get ready.
It must be, I can't imagine it. And even regular tournaments, they're exciting, man. They really are. I feel excited. Even though I'm not a part of mine, I can only imagine, because when I build my tournaments, I think in my head and I say, well, what would I like to really make me say, man, this is a great tournament?
Yeah.
And all these ideas that I got, I've added them in. And it's all for you guys, man. I want it to be a superb tournament. I know you won the tournament. Was the third year, Brandon, you won, right?
Which tournament?
Yeah, which tournament was it I won?
Yeah.
Oh, your tournament.
Yeah.
I won.
Yeah,
the,
which one?
He's got like, how many wins do you got, Brandon? Can you name them for us?
Yeah, rattle them off.
Yeah.
This,
Tell me, because he's got a lot under his belt.
well, this spring I won the Surf Masters again
Yes.
with a 40, 44 or something like that.
Oh,
That was a hard fought fish, because past few springs you're going all May, all June with not even a lot of fish in general.
Wow.
And you usually get a shot. It's always right before the tournament ends. They'll come in, those summer residents, and I was lucky enough to get a good one. The guy a little bit down from me dropped a good one. There was a couple good ones dropped in those 2 days, but that was my 8th, I think, Surf Masters win with the wet
Wow,
with
dude,
the wetsuit.
8.
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman. No, was it Ronnie? Yeah, it was Ronnie Coleman, right? 8-time Olympic champ.
And then I won the state classic once when they were doing the slot limit back then. It was a large.
Okay.
It was the largest 35-inch fish, something like that.
Yeah.
And then there was your tournament.
Right.
I
was
just
so
like
glad-
Dante was saying.
Yeah.
You just coming from a competitive background and then
Yeah.
combining it with
Oh, yeah.
fishing.
Oh, man.
I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
Brandon can definitely speak on. He wins
Yeah,
and wins and
yeah.
wins. So
Tell me
but-
about you, Dante. How do you feel? You were down there competing. Was this your first time actually competing in some?
I got into competitive fishing
Right.
about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Okay.
But I will say, coming from a competitive background and
Yeah.
the sport I love fishing, like realizing that there's tournaments for this stuff and guys like Brandon win over and over.
Oh, man.
Like competitive fishing is what really like got me dialed and like
It's the
never
best.
looking. It's the best, man. Yeah.
Anything competitive.
Especially, like,
anything.
August Blues tournament we do out in Nantucket. It's a charity tournament. Like that's the best.
I was going to say, you talk about blues, and you know that a few years back, he doesn't hold the record anymore. For quite a few years, I think the record on a bluefish was 29 pounds, and it was held by Bill Boggs. I don't know if you know him. He used to play third base for the Boston Red Sox. Yeah, he won a couple of batting titles. Very, very famous guy at that time. He was crying in the dugout when the Yankees beat them or whatever, or something like that. But he was a great player.
You
Bill
shouldn't cry
Boggs.
when you lose, though.
Yeah, but he loved the sport like forget it.
That's
He was-
cool, though.
Yeah, it was a good.
That's a big bluefish.
That's
too.
a huge bluefish.
It's a
But I
huge
think now
bluefish.
they beat it. It's in the 30s now.
Really? Are you talking about in Massachusetts?
It was in
I don't,
Massachusetts.
because I don't know. I think New York's still like 25 or something.
25.
Like that, something like
Wow.
Yeah.
Some of those bigger bluefish that come out, every time I look at them, Frankenstein. Look. Exactly like they got those big foreheads. Huge fish. And when their snappers, they're so cute. Little fish, But when they get bigger, they're great fish to
I love
to
fishing for
fight.
big blues.
They're
I love it.
beautiful, yeah.
And there's a tournament for it out in Nantucket, so it's the
there
best.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So,
Hookset
Go ahead.
Squad saying, "What's up, fellas? Great job holding it down for Team USA."
there you go.
Question for both of you. by
Hookset Squad is
2.0. That's his name.
that's who came on in the studio with his girlfriend.
That's right. I forgot the name. Sorry.
Oh,
Question for both of you. I'm trying to read his
go
question.
ahead.
What was your most memorable moment of the trip? Both of you.
Whew. Honestly, that's an easy answer for me. I'd never seen a tarpon before. Seeing that 150-pound tarpon air out and go like 20 yards in the air. I'd never seen one, and I saw that, and it was ridiculous. That was
Pretty
a crazy
cool.
catch. Lydia hooked up to it in the river, like out by the river mouth. She apparently fought it for like 10 minutes, and then apparently it made a really strong run out to where I was, and the line knocked the rod out of another angler's hand. And like maybe I think it caught another angler. It was crazy, but it was extreme. The tarpon aired out and bombed in the water. I was like, holy crap! Just never seen that before. So that was probably the most memorable moment for me, I guess.
Pretty cool.
I need a tarpon now. I'm like looking at when I can get back down there and get my hands on a tarpon, because after seeing
How about you, Brandon?
you're
What's up?
hooked.
That was definitely up there with me.
Yeah.
Another one, honestly, was obviously camaraderie from everyone in their own game plan. But when me and Dante were out on that bar for like whole entire day and stuff like that, people coming and going, and then towards when it came down to the wire, just
That fourth quarter.
just me, him, and Caleb, and just knowing that no one else was going to come out and win it for us. It had to be one of us three, and it was a cool tournament moment. I don't get that, you don't get that with single fishing, individual tournaments.
I also wanted to mention earlier the gentleman from Hookset SWAT. He's won this year's tournament. That's Paul Chapman. Yeah.
He put his name
Oh,
in the chat.
yeah, Paul.
Yeah, Paul. I'm sorry, Paul.
He won
Paul
Wetzel's tournament.
Yeah, he won Wetzel's tournament, and he's looking to get on the USA team. So just letting you know. He's a great fisherman,
keep him in mind.
grinder. Keep him in mind. I think he's another guy that really loves his sport. And
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
yeah,
he's
very-
from up north.
yeah, he's in somewhere. I think he's in Massachusetts. I think Paul, Massachusetts,
Rhode
right?
Island,
Or
maybe?
Rhode Island, maybe even. You got great fishermen up. You got Wombat's out there. He's getting, he's scoring fish too. Last night, scored that nice fish, Wombat. Good catch. Delco Joe, he won the longest cast in my competition, 147 yards.
I think it's him and John going after it this year. right?
Yeah. Yeah, and we got, what's his name? He didn't win. What's his name? Not Turtle. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Turtle. That's
He
not much. to
tied.
go-
He tied with
Delco.
with Delco. He tied, and then they went on. And they did again. He's 67. You know him.
Oh.
He is 67.
Yeah, he's 67.
Older guy, right. They
Oh,
quote him.
Toad.
Toad. And I'm
Turtle.
calling him Turtle.
Toad. Yeah, he's great. He's still fishing
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
is
He's
he?
Toad.
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
first place currently in the locals tournament.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
you guys know all the fishermen down here. I don't know any of these
Brandon
names.
really knows all of them. I only know the few that he lets me know who they are. Some of those local guys. I'm going to be honest. They go fishing. You don't even know they're catching these fish. Like you said, a guy caught a 58-pounder. You don't know if it's true.
Oh, I got a
but-
story about that.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So we were at the end of the tournament, fourth quarter's over.
Yeah.
We walk in, me and Brandon fist bump. We're like, I think you just got silver. And some local, because it's a public beach, you can fish even though there's a tournament going on. They can't stop locals from fishing.
Okay.
You know what I'm about to say? Some local pulls up, just casts right off the point where we had been fishing all day long.
Oh,
Pulls
man.
in a Cubera snapper, I think it was, this big. And
Would that have counted in your tournament?
that would have
Yeah,
been
they're all-
60 points. Yeah.
Wow.
And he just pulls in a big red Cubera snapper. And oh man, it was like,
It's
okay.
cool
Wow.
sight.
Yeah. It was cool to see, and it was just crazy that we've been fishing
Yeah,
that all day,
yeah.
and the local pulls up, and
That's how
pulls
it
that
always
in.
is.
Yeah, it's how it always is.
I got one for you just like that. I'm in Jones Beach. I'm fishing. This is back in the days when I was wearing my Speedos, and I couldn't. I was proud of it, but I'm fishing over there all day, all night, 2 days. I go. This guy shows up in the morning. He comes with an old beach chair. Remember the old beach chairs where the flaps did that? He sets up the beach chair. Here's a fishing rod. He puts the fishing rod behind it, and I notice it's snapped. The whole top is just snapped off. And he sets up the line. He tries to cast. He must have cast 5 feet. Within 10 minutes, he hooked up on a 32-pound striped bass. I freaked because I'm looking at him, and then he came over to me, and at that time, you could keep it. So he comes over to me, and he goes, I got a big cooler, and in the car, I got about 10 pounds of ice just in case I catch a nice fish. So he says, you got any ice? And I'm like, no. And then I felt bad, and I went to the car, and I got him ice. He goes, I thought you didn't have any ice. I said, listen, you want the ice or not? So he took the ice. and that was it.
Locals know their stuff, man.
Yeah, they do.
They
Those
really do.
locals.
The guys that'll fish an area, they know that area like
Without
back
a
of their head,
doubt.
inside and out.
And I want to say, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I
Just
thought
like
you were saying-
Brandon knows Montauk.
Yep.
It's
And when you say that he knows Montauk, he does, because you came up to me on that year tournament, my third one. He goes, "Look around, Eric." And I looking around. I go, "What?" And he goes, "Look, all these guys are locals here. They trust your tournament. You have a good tournament."
Yeah.
And you don't know how good that made me feel, Brandon. I was just like,
So that was the third year. Even the fourth year, I think even more
Yeah, they did,
guys
yeah.
from the Surf Masters came in, and I
Yeah.
said, that's good.
yeah.
You know,
I try to do it right, man. I don't want just one prize or just three. I want to have tons of just like the way they do it, with the big freshwater tournaments, largemouth bass. I love that, and I want to do the same exact thing and build it up. I just wish I started this a little early. I should have listened to my wife 10 years before that. She was like, "Start your YouTube channel." I was like, "Nah." And then at 53, I started my YouTube channel, and here I am today. I got about a year left of work, retire, and I'll do this full time for another 10 years. I'm going to do everything I can to publicize this sport, to get it out,
Right
because
there with
guys
you,
like
man.
you, man, I
Right
appreciate
there with
you.
you.
Both of you are still, man, you're a young man. You're a kid, and you're more than a kid, man. You got the man head on your shoulders already.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing, and you're very nice. You're very respectable. Your parents did a wonderful job with you, and
Yeah, thank you.
probably very, very proud of you also.
Hey, Bill
Yeah.
Wetzel has joined the live.
Bill.
Hey,
Hey,
Bill!
Brandon,
Wetzel.
Brandon is the man. He says they allow fishing at night.
No,
Oh, no.
Specific fishing hours.
Oh, wow.
Just because there's judges that's got to go down the beach, and
Ah,
it's got to be seen by all and stuff like that. Like
Right.
if someone catches whatever, a big snook a mile down the beach and nobody sees it, then our judge has got to go all the way down there, measure it, and the fish might die. It's, maybe it'll change in the future,
Yeah.
but I think there's reasons for. Also, Bill just bumped me off the board for the Surf Masters, so that's pretty.
Did he really?
Pretty sour about that.
Billy.
Nah, he got a nice
Billy.
fish the other night, and we still got a month or so left. But
That's pretty cool,
I think
man.
the fishing hours was from 6 to 11.
6 to 11?
6 to 11, and then from 1 to 5, right?
Yeah.
Very
for
cool.
both
So
days.
you got the 11 to 1. I guess that's lunchtime. Everybody gets together.
Yeah.
Do you eat with the other teams? Is everybody together?
We all meet. Our team will eat together and
Okay, cool.
meet about like what we saw, who caught,
Right.
who hooked up.
And
on
you
what.
guys said there was about seven teams there?
7 countries, correct.
Wow, how did this all, man, this is a lot of organizing that
Absolutely.
It
went
was
on.
a lot of organizing by the early admins. Ben is great for us. None of
Sure.
this happens without him, but I mean, he wouldn't have dreamed to where we'd get it like today, and we're just very
This
excited.
is it, man. Good, did a great job, Ben.
Very excited to where
Way
we're
to
going
go,
with
buddy.
it. So,
Yeah.
very
It's
excited.
cool though. Every country, opening ceremony, national anthem, everyone up there with their flag, a lot of pride for their own countries. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Sweet,
Yeah.
man.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, well, I can only dream and watch anyway.
Question from
Yeah.
Antagonizer Lures. Sorry if I missed it. Was it catch and release? If not, did you eat well after each day?
Catch and release.
Catch and release. Costa Rica is actually big on conservation and stuff
Okay.
down
Correct.
there.
Right.
They were very anal too about the handling of the fish too. That was another reason why the judges had to be close. You had to get it on the beach just by kind of landing it with the rod. They didn't want too much touching or sand
Right.
and stuff, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But
Just
now-
how it should be in tournaments, yeah.
yeah, I did like the measuring system though, which is what you do, and I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, me too. I
You
like
get
that.
you get a good board where everyone could see it well,
Yeah.
and
We
take
use
a
the
video.
Delco Joe ruler. Nice. I
Oh,
got to
you-
mention
yeah.
that because, it just snaps open. It's nice. It's quick.
Yeah,
So I enjoy that. Also, there's other good ones too. They got the, the bigger, the thicker ones. NLB makes
yeah,
one.
he makes
and
a cool. They make a cool one.
They make a very cool one, and also Delco Joe makes the mat too. He makes one, but those are nice, especially for tournaments. But the one that he makes, it's a medium size. You just open it and it opens like, and it's straight. It's ready
That's
to go.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. You took a great picture with that, with the video that year you had. What's his
with
name?
Jason Markowitz.
Yeah, Jason Markowitz
He just
came.
texted me. I'm not sure but he's out there this weekend. I think I haven't seen him in a while.
I wish, man. I was
He's a great
going
guy.
Wednesday, man. I
Yeah.
can't go. We had a death in our family, so we have to settle with that right now and deal with that. So, but Montauk, great place. I love to fish there all the time, as much as I can. especially now, is ready to come out there again. But
I know I'm trying to get Dante to come more because what I
I
saw,
know.
what I saw that weekend in Costa Rica, I was like,
you needed some practice.
there's
huh?
not even a lot of guys in Montauk that will push out and stay out that long.
Right.
So I was like,
Yeah.
that's
He's got it, man. If you
Yeah.
see it in a kid and he's doing it, then you look at him and say, "No, man, he's got it." So
Yeah.
you got a nice future ahead of you. You know, you two guys young. Looks
We'll get
like you
out there
guys work
eventually.
together, and sounds like a good time. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Tell me, man. Anything? Is that tell me, Brandon, this year? You know, so you said that it's been going pretty good. Are we allowed to talk about this, or should we keep it hush?
what the
You know,
fishing?
Montauk, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
fishing is bad at Montauk. Do not go out there. Brandon got a 16-inch fish. That's all we got to talk about right now.
No, in
It's-
all
it's-
honesty,
yeah.
it hasn't been that good this
It
year.
hasn't,
You
yeah.
get your spotty moments. That's kind of been the last, at least 5 years, kind of like that. 2023 was a one-off. We had this big bite.
I remember that. That was that
was
one
insane.
weekend.
That was insane. I've
Yeah.
never seen anything like that. But
Bill Wetzel still talks about that. He doesn't want to.
I know he's got
He had something to do that weekend or something. he went away.
something, or he had charters that weren't
Yeah.
possibly capable of going further
Wow.
out, and it was pretty wild. But
Yeah.
you kind of do get those bites like once a year, but like when you should be picking fish, even on a half moon down the beach, there's just the Dead Sea, which is not cool.
Yeah, I don't like. It's,
But yeah, it was a slow spring for Montauk. To be honest, I think just me and Billy Shulkin, you remember him,
yeah,
entered fish in the spring. There was just no other.
he's another good fisherman.
Yeah,
I guess
he's
he's a
cool.
local guy. Is he? Sort
He's
of.
actually from the Rockaways, I believe, but
okay.
he'll come out there for long stints,
Yeah,
like 2
yeah.
weeks, and he's a low key guy too.
Yeah, he's very cool. I like him so much. He came in third place, and it was funny. These guys came in. He came in first. Jason Markowitz came in second, and Billy
Billy
Shulkin came in third, and they were fishing together. So you guys got a pot of fish. And I have to tell you something. My friend Frankie was about 50 yards to the right, maybe more, 75 yards. And he said, he
That'll
goes,
do it.
Eric, I was fishing with them. He was catching fish like in the 30 pounds. He lost one. Well, at least that's what he told me. He lost one. I believe Frankie. But he saw what you guys were catching. You guys caught a nice pot of fish over there.
Yeah, so that's another key to
Yeah.
the home field advantage type deal. The win that year came from finding the fish before the tournament. You know, and you just saw last year. I even found a good body fish before the tournament. Your tournament started, they were gone. So,
Wow.
but
I heard after my tournament they came back because Go Deep Anthony,
yeah,
he was telling me, hey, man, it was hot after you had gone. A lot of fish.
yeah, it probably was. And the same goes for the U.S. tournament. Is Costa Rica? They were hosting it. They fished that beach all
All the
week,
time.
all month, whatever. And so that was a cool thing for us.
Yeah,
They did great.
yeah.
They're great people. But for
Yeah.
us to bump them down to third, I believe.
Sure.
To
I-
go in there and adapt to their home waters
Yeah.
and get second over their third is
I think
is
what's
incredible.
I think what's true also that if there were fish and there were more biting fish, I think you can see. I'm not going to say anybody's bad, nobody's bad, but you can have a team maybe break away if the anglers are actually good and they're catching fish, you know. But because maybe there wasn't so many fish, things stayed real tight.
I personally said like I loved how there was not good fishing because like
Okay,
it was
so you
tough
like-
fishing. I liked how
Right.
the anglers who were out there casting, battling just over no
See,
fish,
Dante,
no fish.
See, that's why he's good because most young cats they'll be like, "Oh man, there ain't no fish. What are you doing, man? Throw the rod. We got 10 minutes left."
Nah.
So you look at it in a different perspective,
Yeah,
and that's the way you have to look at
the
it. man.
grinders were rewarded
Yep,
for sure. and
absolutely,
I love
100%.
that. So
That and just on the same aspect, being able to hold the tougher conditions. It was tough fishing and conditions. I mean, they said last year was actually a little worse conditions,
which
but
is hard to imagine.
yeah, the outer
Yeah.
bar. I think it was the third day. There was just bombs going
Wow.
out. Like
Bombs,
this is
dude.
insane, and it's
Yeah.
the river water's
Bombs.
coming in, so it
Yeah.
was just dirt brown bombs. Who knows
Wow.
what you're ingesting, but
In that rip current, you'll get hit from like a wave from the side randomly too, like a
Yeah,
rogue
yeah.
wave. Like,
there's confused water there.
Yeah.
Wow.
But me, Dante, and Neil were the Northeast guys, so we were talking separately that we hope it's a little bit shitty because, you know, I feel like there's no low-hanging fruit, and I feel like we can possibly prevail from what we come from.
Yeah,
the whole
definitely.
team, the whole United States team. And a lot of those guys had life preservers on out there, which is nice for safety. I'm talking about the other countries, but,
Right.
but you could tell once they got past a certain amount, it's going up to here on them.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
hindering them. I think someone had to get rescued. Who was telling me?
Somebody did have to get
Really?
rescued. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys feel like confident and say, hey, man, next year we can do something like this instead of that? Did you learn anything?
Like a different game plan.
Yeah, a little bit. It might be the same. You know, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to go out and fish hard. But do you feel that there could be something that, you know, next year, let's do this, and I bet we'll do a little better?
It'll all depend on location, on where the tournament is held.
Right.
Which is still being discussed. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Just want to say something to the subscribers out there and followers. If you follow me on Instagram, guys, all you got to do is hit the like button here. That's all you got to do. We also take donations on the channel. It helps us keep going, and every single penny I get is used on my tournament. It's used on the first prize. This year we collected $4,800 since last October, and I'm using that for first place. Again, I tell you guys, I do not make any money on this tournament. It's all about you guys to make these tournaments correct and right. You most of the time, you are not going to make money. And Billy the Greek, thank you for that one, brother. I appreciate you very, very much. What else did I want to say? So hit that like button, guys. There's 54 of you out there right now. Hit the like button. I would appreciate that. It helps us out on the algorithm. It helps us get out there more, and it helps the boys get seen more so we can push this surf casting agenda to maybe one day make it a recognized sport where we too can have competitions on TV and enjoy our friends.
We'll get there.
And see that, yeah, man.
We'll
I
get
would
there.
like that. You know, I always say freshwater tournaments, they got a boat, they got a fisherman, they got a judge on there that weighs, and they got a camera guy who takes the camera and he flies a drone around them. Every single boat has the same thing. Well, same thing for us. I'm not going to argue. You get to go out, you get a judge, and you get a guy with a video camera.
Yep.
And it's very simple. We can do the same thing. You guys are the fishermen. You can adapt some rules. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? I hope it does. I would like to see that happen. And, you know, with guys like you around, it is going to happen, man. You know, you guys got a lot of years in front of you, and you're both good guys. So, you know, it's a plus. The future is definitely a plus. Guys, thanks, everybody, for coming to the show. But before we go, we always do our giveaway. This week I got a nice little decent giveaway for you guys. Where are they lost? Here they are. So I got some good stuff. So I deal with a company, Tyler Tackle, Nuno. He makes some really, really great stuff. This is some of the product that they have somebody make for them. It's called the Tackle Pusher. It's the Joker product from Batman. Okay, let me just turn this on a second here. All right, let's see what we got. Honey,
Yeah.
put that overhead on, please. Oh, you got it over here already. There we go. I got it. There we go, guys. So you got the Tackle Pusher. This is a dynamite lure. This is not a cheap lure. I want to show these guys. Check it out, guys. You want to pull it out? Take it. It's a Joker colors. We're also going to give away.
Oh, wow.
So today I met a company, Papa's Pride. So you got a nice little metal lip. Thank you for this, buddy. It's called a diving peanut. The weight is 2.4 ounces. Its swim depth is 3 to 4 feet. And the serial number is what I'm not giving you. Anyway, Papa's Pride. Thanks for that. We're going to give that away. And also we picked up, let me get this out. It's Derby Cook Custom Lures. I picked these up today. We're going to be giving away these swim baits, whatever you want to call them. And you got the, what do you call this for weeds when you put it through and it hits?
Weed guard?
Yeah, that's
Weed
it.
guard?
There
Yeah.
you go. See, I love these young guys, man. Weed guard. And
It's
you
my
get
freshwater
Big
experience. Yeah.
freshwater thing.
Freshwater thing
Also,
right there.
The big one tonight is, so I went to a show a while back. It was half fishing and half hunting. So I saw this knife, and it's really nice. It's made by B&B. This is what they call a gut knife, all right? Ooh. So if you're going to go for a deer in the water, that's not going to work. So, but you can use this for a lot of other things. Comes with its case. It's a really, really good knife. Check it out. You guys saw this, right? You saw
yeah.
it earlier. So we'll be giving that away today. If you went and left a comment on the top left video on Instagram, you're in. So we'll spin that right now. Good luck to the winner. There's a nice little prize tonight.
Wow. So how many things are there?
There's 4 different things we're going to give away.
Wow.
Yeah. You just lay it in the box. No big deal. But, all right. So you want to do it, hon?
Okay, ready?
Let it rip.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Professor Scoobaroo.
Professor Scoobaroo. You know what I heard about
Scoobaroo.
Professor Scoobaroo? He's giving up surf fishing and he's selling all his equipment right now. So Professor Scoobaroo just won some new equipment.
What?
Yeah. Is he out there?
There he is.
Professor, there he is. He goes, no way.
No way.
Yeah, buddy, you won.
Oh,
So there you go, Professor. You got yourself a nice little prize there. We'll send that to you. You can send me your address on Instagram on the private message, and we'll send it out to you. But before we go, also I want to say to both of you, thank you so much for coming on my show. You drove quite a bit ways. Brandon, you drove a little longer. You came on a 2.5-hour journey.
Thanks
But
for having us.
the best part is we didn't eat the pizza. You both are going to get a half a pie each, and it's going to be a great ride home, man. Absolutely fantastic. We got some chicken wings for you, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, other than that, I don't know what to say. Just thank you. Go ahead, Brandon. You want to say something?
No, just if there's enough people left on for any questions, if anyone has.
Yeah, I would like
I would
that.
agree with that. Yeah.
That's great. So,
anything.
guys, put up some questions, please. Forget about the congratulations. It's over. He won already. Professor. Yeah, he goes, guess I'm hunting now.
Oh yeah.
Big Sis Wolf, how you doing, hon? Jay Fish, Beast River Fishing, what's going on? Joe Grillo, James Flynn, D Bar, Random Blind Casting, Go Deep, Carl Newman, Aquatic Aches. Professor, congratulations.
See, Joe
The
Grillo
tug
says
is
he
the
saw-
drug. Let's go. Jonathan McGrath, I'll see you soon, buddy.
Right, Eric?
What's that, sweetie?
Joe Grillo saw more bucks this weekend than bass.
Yeah, right.
It's hunting season, man.
There's so many bucks out in Montauk.
Okay.
boy.
Dime AZ, I like this one.
Oh brother.
What gear did you all have? Speedos, wetsuits, or waders? I had Speedos, but anyway. Yeah, what did you use there? Was it
It was just like
shorts and stuff? Like,
yeah, I forget Columbia shorts, lightweight shorts, and our team jerseys, which
Yeah.
were long sleeve with a collar.
it's comfortable fishing like
And a
that.
team hat and like a little sun guard gaiter if you wanted it, but it was pretty
Cool.
pretty casual. We wore belts. You know, some people didn't wear belts, but as far
Right.
as surf belts,
Very warm water.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was warm.
warmest I've ever been.
Yeah. It was not used to that being a Northeast guy.
Come on, guys, get the questions out there. Okay, here it is. Antagonize the laws. Was your setups different and how? From fishing for stripers in Costa Rica? Question mark.
Yeah, we did a lot of. We spoke about this as a team after day one too, because again, Dante was pretty dialed in on the day one with his setup on the fluoro pound test and all that, and we decided that we needed to dial down a little bit. I was using
On the
my
jacks,
80-pound leader, my 50, 60-pound braid, big TA clips, and we downgraded to more like 40-pound fluoro, 40-pound braid, stuff like that. Smaller lures, and it worked.
I'm just curious, too. So when you guys downgraded, you had all that equipment supplied to you guys, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pretty
but-
cool, man. I like that.
it was a lot of stuff to bring.
Right, right.
My one bag was 97 at
Wow.
Yeah, man.
JetBlue.
What's the limit on
I
these
think
bags?
it's 99.
99.
On
You
what
made it.
bags?
You know how many times, guys, I've gone to the airport and I embarrass myself. They're like, you're 5 pounds or just barely 3 pounds over. You got to take it out or pay the extra.
I don't
The
know what
extras-
airline you flew, but United's max is 50.
Is it?
Yeah, United's max is
Yeah.
50.
I think it's something.
We had to pay a
No.
lot extra, but
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
did pay the extra.
Oh, we
yeah,
paid the
yeah,
extra.
yeah. Oh, you
I
paid-
brought my fishing rod. I went to the competition there they have every year. More Than Fishing, beautiful competition. And I got to tell you, man, they charged me like in the end, I could have brought a brand new Lama glass over there, left it there, and then used it next year. but it was a lot of money, man. They charge a lot of money to carry stuff today. I hated that part.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Joe
yeah.
Grillo is saying, I just started wetsuiting Montauk. How far out on average should I be going?
As far as you feel comfortable to start, people also have the misconception that every single rock's like 200 yards out.
No.
I would say the biggest advantage of the wetsuit is just getting the rocks that are chest high. Because if you do put on the waders and you know the rocks that you need a wetsuit for, you feel very limited. You know, even if the rock is as high as this table, if there's like 2 foot swell, you just can't get on it if you don't have a good surf top. So the wetsuit, you pretty much do any rock. There is a few each reef will have its outer rocks, the ones that you don't even see really, that are really far out. I don't think there's a need to go there that often if you're just starting out at all. But
yeah, I was just gonna say, very important that me, you know, I wear my waders. I'm really not a dry or a wetsuiter. So like Joe goes, how far do I have to go out? What makes me feel comfortable? So I might see a rock that's maybe 15 feet out. It's only up to my knees, but you know what a difference it is when you're standing up on the rock and you're dry?
yeah,
It's easier to fish like that rather than just sitting in your knees. So sometimes you don't have to really go out, because a lot of guys won't go out that far. You know, like I said, 10, 15 feet out, I get out there. If I'm with a buddy, maybe we'll go a little deeper. You know, I always try to protect myself out there. You never know. You know, rogue wave comes by, pushes you off a rock, and you're kind of deep. I try to wear my gear. I have a little life preserver inside.
Okay, yeah.
It's got one of those little...
I will say, as somebody who recently made the jump into wetsuiting, that if you're thinking about it, or if you're like a little sketched out about making that jump into extreme fishing, like wetsuiting, swimming out with a rod, I will say wetsuiting is the safest form of surf fishing, just because wherever you are, I mean, if you can agree with me, it's definitely the safe, not like the swimming out, but wearing a wetsuit in general is the safest form of surf fishing. There's
more and more surf fishermen are getting into the wetsuit. But there's just drawbacks, I hear. You know, if you're going out in the fall and you're wearing a wetsuit, is it cold, Brandon? I mean, I know peeing in it will make you nice and warm for a little while.
Thickness of the wetsuit mask.
You got to get a proper thickness, but and maybe even some backups as far as like the tournament coming up next weekend. Well, that one you actually can't even swim in. But if you're wearing a wetsuit for like, let's say 3 days at a time, something like that, I don't even take it off. I've slept in my truck.
Me too,
70
bro.
hours.
Come on, bro. Me too.
Everything.
I don't want to take it off. Yeah.
Because when you take it off to wake up at 3 a.m. and sopping wet to put it on, it's a rough deal.
That's it. That's what I do. She's like, she'll call me, and I'll be in my truck sleep. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to sleep for 4 hours, and then I'm going to go back out again. She goes, okay, you're under the covers. What covers?
Yeah.
I'm wearing my waders, bro. I'm not taking them off.
Clear plastic bag on your driver's seat, like Dexter or something like that.
You make it back to the truck to sleep? I just sleep on the jetties.
Sometimes you find a little hole in the bluff.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's pretty cool, man.
MTK, Black AK Tiger. Congratulations, you guys. Rick Talaferro, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Hey, Rick.
Appreciate that.
Ricky Talaferro.
Thanks a lot, Rick.
Wow.
You're the man, brother. I appreciate you big time, brother.
Wow, that's...
I know.
Pretty cool, man.
Gave
cool.
that
Rick
to us.
Talaferro. Very nice guy. He's in the club with me, the Hudson River Association. We fish together at Piedmont. He's just a terrific guy. I hope everything works out, Rick. You know, you go to the doctor and get it all done, and I'll see you down there again, bro. You're the man, really. You're a good guy. I appreciate you so much, man. There should be more guys like you. You know, a lot of times I look at people and, you know, you see them as a fisherman. The thing that turns me on the most, I meet a lot of my subscribers, my followers, and the first thing I like asking them is, you know, you got a family? Are you married? You know, you got kids? And you can tell right away that person when he talks about his family, you know. And I like to hear about that. You know, if you're running a good household, you're surf fishing, you're going to be a better surf fisherman. That's just the way I feel. You're doing things right in life, you're going to be a better surf fisherman. We are a very unique bunch of guys. You know, I'm proud to be a surf fisherman. We are the bulls of the ocean. We're always pushing forward. Ocean's always against us, whether it's rain, storm, nor'easter, snowing, whatever it is, we're always out there, and I'm proud. I'm proud of that very much, and glad to see you two guys. Last chance, guys. Not all fishing is surf casting. Professor Tight Lines. What's up, Wormway? How you doing, buddy? Go deep. There he is, Anthony. Just wear corker and save everyone from having to save you. That's right. There you go. Is there anything you guys learned from the tournament that you'll be implementing at your home waters? Good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Might have to ponder on that one for a second.
I have to think about that one.
You got him, buddy. Way to go.
I actually have an answer for that. I mean, I'll say that, like, all the different types of surf casters, Florida, some people, California, around the country, hearing everyone's different types of fishing and the versatility there is to this sport, really just, I know that doesn't apply, like, back home with me, but just hearing about the versatility of all these different types of fishing and being able to take bits and pieces of that and apply it to my home waters back at home. So really, like, learning from, I'm not from this area, so we're learning from guys like Brandon, Ben out in California, our Florida tarpon guys. That's really what was a ticket for me.
That's just fantastic. Brandon?
I would say the benefit of dialing down some gear. Like, obviously there's no jacks back home, and I don't even know if I'll fish for jacks again. But just the concept of if fish are being a little picky. Yeah. Because out in Montauk, the water's not that clear, and the bass don't mind that much that it's more of a risk to not be upgraded. So I'm using, like, there's so many rocks. I use 50-pound braid, 80-pound mono that you just can't risk getting beat up in the cut off in those rocks. But you know, downsizing does make a difference sometimes if they're picky.
I liked that you brought that up, the downsizing, because even me, you know, I used to freaking fish with Speedos on, but downsizing really. Remember, it's a cumbersome, you know, it's a cumbersome outfit. We wear gear. It's not easy. It's not. And when you wear something that's light, man, you can get spoiled just like that. And then you think about it, and you're looking at the rocks and the waves, and you're like, yeah, I'll stick with my weightage again. But I get it. So that was a good question. I appreciate that. See if we got anything else out there. Let's go deep. Says, yeah, they're all different around the country. I was going to say north, east fishermen are just a little more badass from the rest of them. You know it, brother. He's a fact. That's a fact. I'm surprised. Just go deep, Anthony says, I'm surprised Brandon uses 60-pound braid. I've been working 30, 40, depending on the rod off Montauk. Everybody's got their own preferences. I like using 80-pound braid, dude. Bill Wetzel taught me, 80-pound leader, which Bill Wetzel taught me. It's nice. It's easy. Grab the fish. That's the reason I do it. That's the main.
I was using the 60 braid in Costa Rica, one because it was Varavest line, which was Japanese, didn't completely convert. I don't think they had a 50-pound braid.
I see.
So I used the highest option they gave me, one. Two, there was the option of the 150-pound tarpon being caught. Okay. But I do use 50-pound braid. I do use in Montauk all the time. You're going to get less casting distance, but, I mean, just that hard drop feeling when you have the fish of a lifetime and it's dinging through the rocks. And everyone has their own preference, but
of course.
Here's a question from Beast River Fishing. Did you guys see what the other teams were using?
Ah, there you go.
Oh, I got a story about this.
Okay, tell me.
So there was a practice day about, 5 hours? It was practice day, 5 hours on Friday before the real tournament. And we knew there was a bar that you could walk out to and fish. We knew that.
Right.
So we walked out to the bar to fish it. And there was a certain point where we couldn't walk anymore. It was about 50 yards. But Costa Rica didn't come to the practice day. I guess that was smart of them because we were all basically saying, let's watch Costa Rica because this is their home waters. They know how to fish it.
Sure.
So they didn't come to the practice day. And then they show up the next day, and everyone's getting in the water after the horn, and they make it out 200 yards to the sandbar. It was just a slight movement. You had to walk to left a bit to get around a trough and then get all the way out to the far bar. So they got to fish that for about a few hours longer than we did. I mean, I don't blame them. I wouldn't go show up to practice either. Like if somebody was showing up to Nantucket and that they were going to watch me how I fish before a tournament, I wouldn't show them. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I think
What about
a
you,
couple of the
Brandon?
guys fish up in Nantucket there, right? They do every year that trip. Was that Nantucket they went up
Cuddy
there?
Hunk you're talking about?
Cuddy Hunk, yeah.
Cuddy
Yeah.
Hunk.
Very nice.
lot of
This
guys-
year it was a little tough up there.
I
for
heard
them.
it was slow fishing,
Yeah.
Up where?
In Cuddy Hunk this
Okay.
year they went two guys went 2 separate weeks back to back.
Yeah, I knew.
And both weeks were a little,
little slow.
a little slow.
Nantucket was okay this year
Yeah.
with the storm and all.
Okay.
Got kind of hammered pretty hard by that. But
Yeah,
what's your
that's
What's your answer to
yeah.
that, Brandon?
What about seeing what other people are using and stuff
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, me and Dante, that first practice day, we pushed out as far as we thought we could, but there was a trough that went to like neck deep, but and then shoaled back up. So we didn't know that we had to go through that. But I don't think we were emulating much of
would
their.
agree.
You were just
their-
doing what you guys think were going to work.
Yeah,
and-
I mean they were using, which maybe they have reasoning for, but they were using small bait casting reels.
Okay.
Unsure why, but I'm sure they have a reason for it.
Sure.
And maybe they're water sealed reels. I really don't know.
I
but
really don't know. Yeah.
I hope they're water sealed reels.
I don't want to say they were angry, but I know they weren't too happy they came in third place. Especially you guys
Yeah.
got that last minute.
Me and Dante also, being towards the end of the outer bar,
Yeah.
we were able to push it maybe 20 yards even further than everyone.
Wow.
And we did get tangled a lot, like hooked from behind and stuff like that.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, no one was angry about it. They
Right.
weren't malicious there. So, but
That's cool. That's nice.
because I mean, some of those pictures at one point we're talking
40
20, 30,
30
40
guys walking out. It's crazy, man.
and you're not standing every movement's back, forth, left, right, because you're barely touching ground. So
Right.
it was an experience. But
That's pretty cool stuff.
no, they use
man.
similar lures. I'd say they use a lot of smaller bucktails than us.
And throwing little cast masters,
Very
same
cool.
deal.
If
Yeah.
anything, you kind of look at the color. The
Right,
natives know
right.
what color works the best there. We kind of they were doing some darker blues and purples.
You guys had nice weather there. It was nice, all good.
We did.
It was very nice weather.
Yeah.
Toasted us.
Yeah, I was anticipating a lot more rain in the rainy season in Costa Rica, but we got fried.
We got fried. I got
Wow.
absolutely fried. The
Oh
second day,
my
I was
God.
battling sunburn all over my face.
Yeah. Pretty cool stuff. You know, I love hearing this. You guys are young cats, man. I gotta find that fountain of youth somehow, somewhere. I want to go back and be young like you guys, man. Superb. You know, we had our days, right, honey?
Yep.
We're
long
still
time
going.
ago.
I
We
might need.
try.
I might need a little Viagra once in a while, but other than that, I'm
Oh
ready
my
to go.
God.
Anyway, I
No,
love
we
you,
don't.
honey.
We don't last.
TMI.
Even I feel myself getting older when I used to
Oh,
be
come
called
on,
the
Brandon.
kid.
I'll cut the crap.
Cut the crap.
No, but
You got 10 more tournament wins left in you.
But I call
That's right.
I call like Dante, the kid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And everyone.
Yeah.
So I got to say, for my tournament this year, this is probably the year that I'm going to have the most guys that are actually, champs. I got a lot of good fishermen. I got you, Dante, fresh new guy. I don't know if you're going to be here this year.
I'm gonna try.
Maybe
I'm
a
gonna
day.
try.
Yeah, I get it. And then you saw Paul Chapman earlier.
Yeah.
You got Wombat. These are winners, man. These are champs.
And like I said, a lot of new surf masters came in too. Coppola.
Yeah,
like
Coppola was there last
He's
year.
got a lot of 50s under his belt, a lot of
Wow.
tournament wins out there.
So happy to meet him last year.
He's a
Hopefully
cool
he'll
dude.
come down again this year.
He's a nice dude.
Yeah, he's very nice, very nice.
Keep-
Who else was there? Bill Wetzel's going to be there, obviously.
Wetzel's another good
Yeah.
tournament angler. And
How you guys going to beat Wetzel? I think he's got, I think I don't want to put you down here, Brandon. You're a great fisherman, but I think he's got you a little bit with Montauk, just from him going spot to spot. Brandon's going, you don't know shit, Eric.
No, there's two schools of thought on
Yeah.
on the amount of moving done in a night.
Right.
Him, some of it is based off the charters he has.
Yeah.
He wants to everyone to experience a bit of
Of course.
Montauk
Yeah.
and get everyone on a
Yeah,
fish too.
yeah.
So he's constrained by that, but he does like to move around a lot, and it pays off for him.
Yeah.
But I'm the guy. Sometimes I'll do one rock for 6 hours, and
Yeah.
that pays off. So
Of course.
a lot of different.
You
schools
also
of thought.
got Bill Jacob. He was
Yeah,
the ex-president of the
MSA.
Montauk. Yeah, he's Brian's now the president over there. Good luck with that, Brian. You're doing a good job. I hear everybody's happy. Also, who else is there? I mean, there's so many guys I talk to. They're coming, and
I think Fishaholic.
yeah, Fisherholic was there last year. Rich, he's coming again this year. Thanks for that, Rich. I appreciate you. He's going to be calling me tomorrow. We can talk about something about the video.
It's a lot of great fishermen. Should be competitive. Yeah.
He was there. If you remember, he was there as a kid. He started in Montauk, and he made all those videos. And that's when I was watching him. And I think I joined him when he was at 18,000 subscribers. He's over $250,000 now, I think, right? Right, Ron? Yeah, yeah. Rich, he's great. He's another great fisherman. I've gone out with him, too. I fished. Hey, let's talk about Johnny Big Arms. All those guys, even...
he's definitely doing it this year?
I don't know. I think he's going to do it.
Yeah, John Bruno.
Yeah, John Bruno's another good. He's good fisherman, bro.
Yeah, a lot of tournament wins, and doing the same school of thought,
Yeah.
you know, of wetsuiting. I looked up to him, too, coming into the scene.
He told
guys
me.
like,
He told me. He says, I remember Brandon. He was a kid.
guys like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of good guys.
That's pretty cool, man.
I got a question for Brandon.
Yeah. All right.
So did you
Go.
really get into it just by like looking people swimming out there in wetsuits and you're like, I'm just gonna do that? And
Yeah,
go?
so like I started like you were starting, a lot of freshwater fishing. My
Yeah.
dad used to take me. I live in
Yeah.
the central North Shore, so like some Long Island Sound fishing.
Right.
But my mom and dad, but my mom would take me to Montauk a lot, and just for the aesthetic out there, it's the striped bass capital of the world,
Of course.
and all that.
The Mecca.
And I used to go to Paulie's a lot, so Paulie was a big inspiration
Sure,
for me.
sure.
And just seeing all the pictures on his wall, because everyone that had 40 to 50 pound fish, you would wait in front of the shop,
Yep.
have a picture up there. I was inspired by that. I'd watch the videos, Montauk Rocks, all that stuff.
That's so great.
And I said, I just want to do wetsuit. And I started wetsuiting in Montauk, and you know,
just went out there, nobody teach you.
just went out there, and it was a nice experience at first. You know, you're getting tossed around. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of guys, and you talk to some guys on the beach, and people aren't very talkative in Montauk. They don't really share much information.
Yeah.
But you find out where certain rocks are, and then you go to those rocks, and you know you're obviously respectful of. You don't mug people, and you don't blow up people's spots, but you learn quietly through observation. And
Every time I'm out there and you're out on the rock,
you take.
everybody says we know it's you because the red light comes on. Yeah, Brandon puts on.
I
his
don't even
red
use the red light.
Oh, you
anymore,
don't?
no, but
'Cause
I
they
used
know
to
it's
wear.
you.
I used to wear red light.
Just
Yeah.
going off
Okay.
of that, we got to keep better camaraderie as surfcasters. Like
Yeah.
that's just something. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys agree with that, but
Well, you know, listen, I always
I
am
understand
because
the
it's-
hiding the spots and all that. But like it's
I think there's definitely a happy
line.
medium, because
Yeah, happy medium. I was going to
because
say that.
Montauk's a hard place to come from. A lot of
Right.
people, even other aspects of Montauk, locals are very like tight-lipped about everything.
Yeah, everything, yeah.
They're a little turned off by tourism, stuff like that, rightfully
Right.
so. But no, it's I think if people do it properly, you know, articles that aren't sharing spots, stuff like that. But I agree with Dante that, you know, if you're a hermit and you're not talking about anything and you're not getting the sport out there, then decisions coming up in a week now about like no harvest,
Yeah. I'm nervous about that. I'm really nervous.
if
man.
there's no one that cares about catch and release striper fishing in the future, then they're just gonna be like, all right, then we're done with that, you know.
Oh,
but if you
man.
get not a lot of people into it, doing it the proper way, and like Dante said, camaraderie.
I
and-
try to do the best I can if I catch a fish as far as releasing it. I try to go as quick as I can. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's exciting.
But
You're
that-
catching a big fish. and
100%.
You want to
And
take a picture
And I don't like
Yeah.
I don't like looking down on people for doing stuff like that. A lot
Yeah.
of people don't like pictures of that, but
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, especially tournament fishing. There's two schools of thought with that.
There
People
is,
are very
yep.
very against it.
Yeah, right.
I can
Right.
understand maybe kill tournaments for big pelagics or sharks or
Sure.
something like that. That's a whole different beast. But
Yeah.
catch and release tournaments, there really shouldn't be a stigma.
It shouldn't.
There
man.
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is. Guys, again, I'm going to say again, I'm so happy I had you on the show tonight, on the live stream here. For the subscribers out there also, thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys coming every week. Going to do more good stuff. We'll get these guys back on again. Hopefully we'll get Dante telling us about his first tarpon. And
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, good stuff. I'm very happy. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, Mr. P. The goat.
Hopefully I'll
Yeah.
see you guys in a few weeks if you can make it for a day even.
Yeah.
Brandon, I'll see you there for sure.
Yeah.
He came up to my tournament. I think the first year you joined was the third year, right? And he came up to my tournament and he goes, "Hey, Mr. P, I'm Brandon." And I go, "Hey, man, what's up?" And he's wearing I never seen him with that before. I always see him before with a wetsuit, and he's wearing his waders. And he looks at me and he goes, "Listen," he goes, "I wore the waders for you." I go, "You want to go on a date too now?" But no, he wore the waders. He was just being a nice guy, the way Brandon is,
Following
and
the rules.
I appreciated that, man.
Yeah.
I really did. So it's
keep
good
everything
stuff.
transparent.
You must
Yeah.
just be like, who's coming in second, huh?
Yeah.
I bet you are.
Oh man, Brandon, does it? Before you go, one final question. So you're in a tournament, you're leading, and then all of a sudden somebody gets one a little bigger than you. How about that fire right there?
Yeah.
Is it lit or what?
Earlier on, it used to be a horrible feeling,
Yeah,
especially because back then, when they were weighed in,
yeah,
Paulies would weigh him in, and the guys would go first thing in the morning, and Paulie would post to his Facebook, be
Sure.
like, Gus took a 49 last night or whatever
Yeah.
it is, and you're like, fuck, it's a sucky feeling. But now I like to see a lot of people getting in on it, and I brought some people into the tournament that are actually on the board and catching.
so cool.
It's a
man.
great feeling. Yeah.
Frank,
Yeah.
you took Frank on.
Yeah.
He won. I think the first year you did it.
Yeah, Frank
Frank,
Skibbo.
Yeah, he's a
He's
lifeguard
another
out
guy.
there.
That's right. That's right.
And he got, like Dante was saying, he was influenced to come into the sport and stuff like that, and boom, he caught.
He wasn't
biggest-
on the USA team this year.
No,
right?
no.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
just the Surf Masters.
Yeah,
Montauk,
right.
But
He's another good kid. He's doing the right
Yeah.
thing. He's young like you know.
yeah, it's a sucky feeling when you get kicked. It's
Yeah.
just like any other sport.
Yeah, it's like
Just like
any
any
other
sport,
sport.
yeah.
You don't back down.
And
You
it's just be lucky that it's not baseball and it's not the bottom of the ninth and watching that ball go over and it's over. Because you still got time, right? Whether it's a
Yeah,
few
yeah,
minutes or
yeah.
something, you got that fighting spirit, you keep going, man. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. I love it, man. I enjoy it so much. And now I'm going to start fishing a little more. Once that tournament's over, see if I could do a
sure.
couple of trips. I want to take her to Florida, too. Maybe we do down there.
That tarpon.
Yeah, tarpon.
We're all after it.
You know, both of you, man. I appreciate it so much. Hun,
Yeah.
was it a good show?
Great. We got nice comments. Everybody's saying this is fun. Joe
Yeah.
Grillo said he kicked his daughter off Paw Patrol for this.
Joe,
Oh, my God.
you're the man, buddy.
Tom Hood.
Yeah, just a lot of
Also,
great
stream.
people. These guys
Nice
have been here
job
for years.
tonight. Great show.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. D-Bar, you're the man. Thank you. Thank you,
Nice.
Beast. All right, that's it for tonight.
Thanks
Guys,
so much for coming
thank you
on.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you for having
Brandon. I
us, yeah.
appreciate both of you. But
See you
the fun's
soon.
not over. There's a half a pie waiting to be eaten on the way home.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, fellas, honey.
All right.
Anything else, sweetie?
That's it. See you all next week.
Let's go,
Thanks,
let's
everybody. Peace out.
Woo! All right, so we'll show you how we finish up here. Brandon knows. He's like, I'm not dancing.
Oh, I see you dancing on there.